Guys, today I'm going to teach you how to bake my best carrot cake. So a lot of friends are asking me how I made my carrot cake. So today I'm going to tell you the secret of my carrot cake. First, of course, I have my 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I use this. And then I have a half cup of granulated sugar. I use also like 1.5 cup of brown sugar. And for my oil, I use 1 cup of oil. You can use canola or coconut oil. I use both anyway. So this one, I use nuts. I use pecans for my nuts because it's my favorite nuts. It's so good. And you can use walnuts too. Any nuts you can use too for your carrot cake. Whatever nuts you like, use it. And I have my eggs. I use 4 eggs. I use, of course, 2 cups of grated carrots. And for my baking powder, I use 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I use 1 teaspoon of baking soda, of course, a teaspoon of vanilla, and 1/4 ground nutmeg. I use 1/2 teaspoon of course, salt, and I use 1 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And for my secret, you can use applesauce, or if you want to use crushed pineapple. I use crushed pineapple because I think it gives much more flavor. And I also added raisins. So these are my ingredients for my carrot cake, and I'm going to teach you how I make my frosting later, okay? So first thing that we're gonna do is we have to add all the dry ingredients. First you're going to do is you're going to put your nuts into a pan, and then you're going to bake it for let it toast for 5-7 minutes. So I'm going to do that. I preheated my oven at 350 degrees, and now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add all the dry ingredients. So I have here the nutmeg, cinnamon powder, baking soda, and then baking powder and the salt. So I add it to my all-purpose flour, and then I give them a whisk like this, and then I just put it aside. This is my carrots. For my carrots, my grated carrots, I'm going to add my sugar. I'm going to add the sugar here. All the sugar I'm going to add in here. And then my oil, which is my oil. This is my cup of oil. My 4 eggs. I need to make sure that it is like blended together. And of course my pineapple, sorry. This is my pineapple. Okay, so first, of course, make sure that you're going to blend them together. Blend good, and after blending all of these ingredients, you're going to mix it with your dry ingredients. And let's see what we're gonna happen next, okay? So guys, after blending all your ingredients, your wet and your dry ingredients, you make sure that you have your pans. I'm going to use 2 round pans for my cake. So I'll make sure also that I'll distribute it evenly. So let's do it like this. I grease my pan too, so that it will not, my cake will not stick to it. So yeah, let's see. It's so nice to bake, especially when everyone is requesting it. It's really good. And you know, making carrot cake is one of the best cake, and it's one of my favorite. That's why I love baking carrot cake. So I hope that you're gonna like this, and sure, for sure, your friend, your loved one will always like this because it's so good, and you will not going to disappoint them. So here, I put them together, and I'm ready to bake it. Okay, so I'm going to put it in my oven. Make sure that my oven is in 350 degrees, and I'm going to bake it to 30 to 40 minutes. It depends. You have to make sure that your cake is baked before you get it, put it out, right? So yes, I'm ready to bake my cake, and now I'm going. My carrot is ready. Let me check it. Oh yes, this is perfect, I think. Okay, my carrot is now cooked, and I'll have to get it ready. I let it sit for like 20 minutes, and now I'm going to prepare my frosting. After, like, I have, for my frosting, I have 4.5 cups of confectioner sugar. I have cream cheese, 1 bar of cream cheese. I have 1 teaspoon, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla, a half cup of butter, and 1 tablespoon of milk. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to blend them together to make a frosting. And then, after making it, make sure that it's so like good. And then I'm going to add here, and then put them. This is how my frosting looks like. So it's so like moist and nice. So I'm ready to put my first coat of glaze in here. First coating, and then after this I'm going to put this in refrigerator. So yeah, let me put a good amount of frosting in here.